One of the perceptions is when you go down this path of outsourcing or offshoring is that potentially you're giving away control. And that's actually not the case. And when you're building something that is dedicated and it is your own team, because of that, you as the business owner and as the client own the process.
What's your advice on how to successfully grow and manage an offshore team?
Whilst cost is always a driver, my strong recommendation to businesses who are looking to establish an offshore team initially is to invest in someone more senior. Structure it like it's going to be for the next 10 years. And don't build a team to solve a 6-month problem. Build a team that it's going to be part of your organisation for the next decade.
So you're saying step one is actually find a team leader for overseas.
Or invest in the most senior experienced person that you possibly can. Our data is showing that the businesses that invest in leaders to begin with are growing at 9 times the speed.
And so is the theory then after you've got that main person, you can onboard less experienced people to then work with that person.
Exactly. So then ultimately what you're doing is you're leveraging your own management for the future hires. That senior becomes really your pioneer to then grow your team abroad on your behalf, which becomes incredibly powerful for you as an onshore business to then have a team offshore that's effectively almost autonomous in a lot of instances, but you're not necessarily spreading your bandwidth thin to have to literally retrain every single person.
How are you then managing that team?
So I think ultimately what you do is a bit like your managers here onshore, they become responsible for their department, and your initial leader is responsible for their department overseas. And so you're delegating your tasks typically through your team leader or directly, but ultimately your leaders or managers are responsible for the success of their team. Where the secret sauce is in that communication and integration piece. They are highly valued. They're part of your existing culture. They're trying to deliver on the vision of what CUB is the same way that your onshore people are. They're doing the onboarding the same way your typical local employee would be. And because of that, they're empowered. So we need you to be doing A, B, and C to help us get to D, E, and F. And that then becomes quite an exciting opportunity for these guys.
I think that's crucial for people to understand. It's hard to, like, if you never see someone, they're not there, you barely talk to them, you're not counting them as an actual team member. It's like, I'm spending a little bit of money to. You can't look at it like that.
Yeah. No,
you have to
exactly
look at it as like, no, I have employed a new person. He or she is part of my team, and I am going to give them the same level of training, communication, and integration as I am any other member of my team.
If staff feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves, then you're going to receive passion by way of output. And that's no matter what the borders are, onshore or offshore. And that's something that I think once we grasp the communication piece and the integration piece, the deliverables become far easier.
It's almost like you have to drop the word before the staff or employee. So it's not onshore or offshore, it's just employee. You have to treat them
and I think
same.
the best businesses take it with that approach. And effectively what you are is a global business. You've gone from being an Australian business, now you're a global business.